Morning, everybody. CW here. This is kind of a video response to a friend of mine on a forum who started a thread up this morning about a big knife, big folder, and he wondered if anybody remembered it. And I was going to answer, but I said, I think I'll do a quick video because I also like big folders. So this is the one he had out, and he wondered if anybody remembered it. And it's called the Big Swede, and it's kind of hard to read on there, or Super Swede, I should say. Super Swede. You see it written on there, and it was made by Normark. And I don't know if it was the 60s or the 70s, but it is a pretty beefy, solid folder with a brass parts inside, brass screws, kind of a plastic, very durable plastic scales. The lock on it is this right here. It's got a lanyard loop in it, and I like cords on mine. It just helps you get it out of your pocket, helps you pull it out, helps you hold on to it. Usually longer, but this is just a hold it in your pocket kind of a loop, and you just depress that, and then the blade folds. So you can see right here, it lifts up when you depress that, unlocking the blade. So typical lock, but it's good steel. Normark steel has been good steel. It's a good sharp blade. This one has been carried and used quite a bit, and I thought he would get a kick out of this because, like I say, I also like big blades. So I brought a few friends out. And I brought a couple of these over too, because these are the Normarks that everybody remembers. You know, the big. This is the fancy Normark fillet knife. They made different sizes, three or four different sizes. This is a little older one, but again, Fiskars, Normark. This one is a little bit newer. I think it's Fiskars that got out of it. It just became Normark. But whatever, they made some changes. So those are the fillet knives, and everybody knows those. The cheaper ones are the wood handle ones, and that's the one I have a bunch of, and everybody usually does, anybody a fisherman. But this is another neat one. This is one of my favorites too. This is a straight knife, not a folder, but it's a Fiskars, and this is late 60s. Very, very nice knife. Same exact material that you saw in the folder. Same design, lots of brass. Very, very well made. Very nice steel. Very sharp. Nice, just a nice size knife. Very reminiscent blade shape to a lot of the finished knives. And like I say, just really nice. Drop loop, typical for them. Made in Finland. And this one's got a 1967 stamp on it. But let's talk about the folders, because that's what he had here. Here's a Magnum by Boker. Magnum is a less expensive line for them. Boker's make some pretty nice stuff, but they have some cheaper stuff too. And I just really like this blade shape. But this is a big folder. This is a big knife. You know, I got typical little over 4 inches across my palm. And that blade is a good 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches longer. Liner lock. Pretty solid. Cheaper knife, but pretty well made. 440 steel. Here's a Kershaw, good size knife. Not giant, but good size. This is CPM 440 steel again. This is an assisted opening knife. No springs, liner lock. This one was carried for quite a while. I like this one a lot. It's pretty hard steel. It's hard to get a good edge on it, but it holds pretty good once you get it on there. That's a nice favorite knife. And I picked this one up. This is also a Kershaw. Kershaw. But this one's an Emerson. Most of the Kershaws, or a lot of the Kershaws, are Ken Onion designed. This is a Ken Onion design knife. Well, this is an Emerson design knife, and also big, burly, beefy. It's a pretty big blade, not so long, but big, chunky, solid, really nice knife. Just one side for a scale. I don't think it's G10, but it's a nice material. It's pretty durable. You can switch the size of your clip on it, and you can see the liner lock is exposed there. Nice. And it's got a hook on it for in your pants. You can pull it. You hook it on your pants as you pull it out of your pants pocket, and it opens the knife. This is a nice knife. It's got a nice big disc on it for flicking it, where the Ken Onion has the typical post, and it's just a one-sided post. And here's a Cold Steel. This is just a silly big knife, and they actually make a bigger one. This is the Luzon, and it's a big blade, big solid blade. This is pushing 8 inches, 7.5 inch blade in a folder. And this is CR13 MCV steel. This is a Chinese Cold Steel, and it's got a nice lock on it, liner lock, but nice lock on it so the blade stays open, which is a nice feature. They're plastic handles, clip, plastic clip. But it's probably that Secure X, I think it was, they call it, material, and it's wicked durable. They make bats out of this stuff, and they defy you to break them. Pretty neat stuff. And the last one is another Cold Steel, and this one here is my newest knife, 4 Max. And the deal here is max dimensions out of a 4-inch folder that you're going to find. It's very thick blade. I don't remember what the steel is on this one. AUS 10. This comes in a few different versions. The cheapest, this is the cheapest one of the group. Least expensive materials used. And it's still a pretty expensive knife for a pocket knife. I want to think that this is around 80 doll hairs or so, but I'm just thinking, I don't remember. Anyway, the more expensive ones are hundreds of dollars, and they get really fancy, titanium and brass and fancy steel in the blade. But it's a very wide, very wide blade. Almost looks blunt, but it's 4-inch. No, the top's not sharpened, it's just relieved. And it's nice steel. It's a very solid lock. And what's nice about this is it's so free and loose. It's like it's on bearings. The knife is just very smooth and easy to use. Really a nice working with the back lock there. Big solid chunky steel. And it's got the more expensive one, this pin actually serves a purpose, and I believe it comes with a pin, and it locks the blade from closing. This one, it would lock it from biting you. It would close that far, and it wouldn't close any farther. But the other one locks it almost open. It'll also lock it closed. You can see the little cutout there, and you can see through the hole that it would lock it closed too. So it's just a pretty neat feature, and it's a really nice knife. It's not too overly heavy, but it's big. It's a big knife. So talking about big knives, this one here dwarfs this one in every regard. Length, width. I don't know what steel this is. Like I say, it's they don't mark them on these back in the day. But here we go. So, Jeff, you asked if anybody knew what this knife was or remembered it. Yes, sir. I do. I have one. I carried it a little bit. I like it. This is the newest one for big blades. Cold steel. And again, it's a Max 4 Scout. There you go. Just a quick video. Thought it was better than typing a whole bunch. I hope you appreciated it. Hope you got a kick out of it. God bless everybody. CW out.
Woohoo! Yeah.